Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Comic Book Nerd. And in today's second video, we have some X-Men movie updates to go over. We're going to talk about what the director himself said about this film, when, of course, this film is expected to come out, and of course, the future plans for the X-Men in the MCU. But first, if you are new to the channel, you already know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, turn that bell on, as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. Sorry for, of course, not being really active with the shorts on YouTube, but we are getting videos out daily about whether it's Avengers Doomsday, whether it's DC news. We did a Batman video the other day, whether it's Star Wars like today. So if you are into pop culture, all things pop culture, just hit that sub button. That's the number one way you can support us here at the channel, as we are on the road to Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. And without further ado, let us go ahead and hop into this X-Men news from Collider. So yesterday, I believe it was revealed that Collider did an interview with Jake Schreier, as, of course, he is directing a series on HBO Max, and, of course, they had to ask him about the X-Men film. And he said that, of course, Lee Sung-jim and John Okello are writing the script for the X-Men movie. They recently wrote Thunderbolts, which had some incredible writing and very powerful scenes. Now, I'll stop right there. First and foremost, he did not say the extra stuff, but that is what I kind of wrote in my breakdown. Thunderbolts was really good. I thought Thunderbolts was amazing. I thought the writing was excellent. I thought Yelena Belova's character specifically, she had some very powerful scenes with the Red Guardian there at the end of the film. Her and Sentry as well had some very powerful scenes in there too. And if the X-Men movie is anything like the Thunderbolts, I know that it is going to be one of the best Marvel films out there. That's for sure. They are going to put their whole foot forward and work on this film. Now, it's said that they are going to rewrite the X-Men film script, which means that they are kind of changing some things up, right? That is kind of the norm, I guess you would say, now in movies and television. They're going to come in, do what they want to do, which makes sense. I have all faith in them. I really do. After seeing Thunderbolts, I thought that show or movie was absolutely amazing. Again, the writing in some of those scenes, the powerful scenes with Sentry, Yelena, with Red Guardian, with Bucky and John Walker as well, I thought some of those scenes were really good, and Marvel can actually build on top of that with the X-Men movie, with these characters that they are going to introduce. So if these new characters are going to be anything like the Thunderbolts characters, I am all for it, as they are going to be one of some of the most important characters in the MCU. Now, the second piece of information that we have is that Marvel plans to make multiple X-Men movies, as, again, this is just expected. We know that Sadie Sink, is most likely playing Jean Grey in Spider-Man Brand New Day, but we know that she has signed on for 5 movies and possibly extra TV shows as well. And you don't do that if you are not going to be, of course, Jean Grey, which is why I think she is Jean Grey. We did a whole separate video on that. Go check that out in the description. Hit the sub button. It's on our homepage. Go check that out. But again, you don't sign a massive picture deal like that if you are not in the Marvel's plans for the future. And again, it only makes sense that they are going to do multiple X-Men films, just like they are going to did multiple Avengers solo character films, and then build up to these X-Men kind of team up movies like X-Men Apocalypse. Maybe we get X-Men First Class as well. Days of Future Past, maybe we get their kind of reimbursement of it as well. So again, this is expected. They are going to be the full driving force of this next saga, the X-Men are, and it ultimately just makes a lot of sense for them to do this with, of course, the X-Men movies. But again, makes sense that Marvel is expected to make multiple X-Men movies, as they did with the Avengers. Now, the final thing that we have before I let you guys loose, it is not confirmed, but the X-Men movie is expected to come after Avengers Secret Wars, and it should expected to release in 2028. Now, we already know of one film that is going to come in 2028 from Marvel Studios, and that is going to be, of course, Black Panther 3. They are working on this script right now. Ryan Coogler has even said it, that they are working on this script, and it sounds like they're going to start filming very soon on this film. It is going to be the first film after Avengers Secret Wars, if you're asking me, in February of 2028. And then I think in the summer of 2028, June or July, is when we get that first X-Men movie team up film. I think that they have to set the tone early with this X-Men team as they're introducing a new bunch of characters in the MCU. So again, Marvel Studios and they know, and Kevin Feige know, that they have to get this X-Men team right because of how Fox did it, and they know that they have to, of course, get this team right. They know that they are hiring some of the best writers out there in the MCU, in my opinion. I think these guys, Lee Sung Jim and Joe Nicolo, are some of the most important writers of the MCU so far. With Thunderbolts, of course, they are going to kind of help on Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars with those characters as well. So I'm expecting some kind of important and touching scenes in that film too. But it is good that Marvel is already getting started with the X-Men because they are the driving force of the next saga. It is the mutant saga. Kevin Feige has kind of confirmed that we are entering the mutant era of the MCU. So it just makes a lot of sense for them to focus all their efforts on the X-Men, kind of put the Avengers aside, and get the best film that they can out of this. And I personally cannot wait for it, as the X-Men movie looks like it is going to release in 2028. But you guys, of course, let me know your thoughts on this news in the comments down below. What do you think, of course, is going to happen in the X-Men film? How excited are you that the directors and writers of the Thunderbolts are writing this X-Men film? As I'm personally super stoked that they are, because I think they can handle the characters in a really good way and just show that they, of course, belong in Hollywood with this Marvel film. I personally think it's great for Marvel. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn that bell on, as we are on the road to Avengers Doomsday, but we're also on the road to everything relating to pop culture. So hit that sub button, leave a comment down below. Of course, let me know what you think about this news in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.